Welcome to CathyDSlaught's SRC4u's group Zoom call for May 14th, 2021. To access the group Zoom call, we are going to scroll down from her website and look for the Zoom banner. Remember this passcode and click here. We will allow. Join with computer audio.
You know, that Scribe, I just ordered a book also that as soon as I ordered it, then it popped up on Scribe. So I was too hasty.
Oh, is it on Scribe?
That's wonderful.
Yeah. Oh, it's on Scribe, okay.
Yeah, this book, this encyclopedia, to me is pure gold. And it's not going, start my video. Here's Joanna. There we go.
There she is.
Yeah, I see you.
All right.
Look at that.
It's called Ailments and Diseases.
Yes, and it is
Encyclopedia of. Encyclopedia.
Oh, yeah, I want to get that one.
Yeah, it's well worth it. And, it's not all, how do you put it? It's not all going to apply. Each thing is not going to apply, but there's going to be information in there. I'll give you a quick example. When Sprout was killed, I was sicker than a horse. My mouth was filled with boils. And I was so sick. And I called the dentist. And then the response energetically when I tested that was danger. So I canceled the dentist and gave myself amoxicillin through the supercharger, and it slowly cleared up. But when you look at the mouth, what I just learned yesterday, mouth, that probably was my inability to swallow what had happened.
Wow, right.
And something else, Cathy, that comes to mind. I understand that your mouth kills faster than any other part of your body.
Really? Well,
I say that is because many years ago, I had my tongue cut off in a car wreck.
Oh, Lord.
Wow. And within less than 2 weeks' time, I mean, they got the piece of tongue that got cut off. Well, within less than 2 weeks' time, I enrolled in radio broadcasting school.
Whoa.
Wow.
That's good to know. That's incredible.
Well, I've had a lot of incredibles. And I love them all, too.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, this is interesting, our zero. The gestures or words. I can't get over, by the way, what's in these healing info. What you type in. You can't believe there would be a code. Obviously, a number of us read the same books. And so the gestures of words of others that hurt me and about which I would have wanted to hear explanations never came, have provoked ailments in my mouth. And so, in other words, so much to do with words.
Right. Wow.
And so we know already that we're set up acoustically even to create with our words. So let's just see where we are with that one.
I like this one. I think my thought and the power of the universe vibrates to manifest it.
Is that one in our list?
No,
okay.
I don't think so.
Okay, yeah, I don't know if that's about the mouth. Now, you saw this, that 98 indicates this is a chronic stress. And then the number was low as to the good this code was going to do us at this time. Let's just see.
Oh, it's high.
See if a shin would be of value. So often this shin is all we need to do. And it is. Let's go up here. Paste that in. Then we've got a lot of this, look at this, is with our family life, disharmony in relationship between parents. So it's very interesting that we start out, of course, the mouth, we know, is a source of so many diseases, and not just physical diseases, and the power we have with it. And so it's interesting that very often, even in early childhood, we could start this struggle.
Yeah. I'm so happy to be back on again.
Oh, yeah, we missed you, Ron. Yeah, it takes some time, I guess, to get all this stuff straightened out.
Oh, yeah, I understand. I understand that.
Now,
I just couldn't figure out why everything else worked for me, but you.
No, that's just kind of typical sometimes.
I thought maybe you were kicking me out.
Well, there is a cover charge. You just
And
That's
Ron,
right.
and
Ron, are you not paid up on your dues?
And yesterday I
anyway, look at this one here, Hungry for Love. And you find with the mouth stuff, there is a great hunger.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, there you go. So let's. And look at this right here. We're gonna get some relief with this one. The one I got when I ran my own mouth yesterday was hungry for knowledge, and that's true. But it looks like it stresses my mouth. Inner struggle regarding taking my place and listening to own authority. This is another big one, and we're losing our inner voice. Even with that, people will call and say, will you check this with the SRC? Will you check that? We need to trust our intuition. And yes, we can also do this, but we've got to trust our own inner authority. And again, we'll amp that up. Yeah, we that inner voice can come in handy. And by the way, for any of you, we had that day we did 24 hours on stagnation. You might look at that cryptocurrency. While Joanna was here, she got me set up for Coinbase, and I haven't done any more with it. But you might start looking around at what you can do if you're in a rut. I'm more excited about growing some microgreens. But there are all kinds of things out there for us to do, and it looks like it raises our voltage to have some new interests. So now this is the last one that's under 0, and that's aggression. And I'll give you a quick example. I have someone who is in horrendous hip pain, and she's been working with this for weeks. And so yesterday we did this mouth. Well, we did the mouth thing because when we went into the mastery, it said some of this was coming from her mouth. So, and that can be your words, it can be anything. But when we looked, it was not wanting to say something. And it turned out the youth leader in her church sent out a blast about how thrilled she was her child had gotten the vaccine.
Oh, God.
And this lady was very upset, but because it's a church thing, she wasn't in a position she felt anyway, in a position to say anything. And was that the whole cause of the hip pain? No, nothing is ever just one thing.
Right.
But it was definitely a factor. Now let's go down to the other extreme, fear of authority figures, which again would keep it's interesting that many of these actual mouth disease, this is not just mouth, ties into not speaking up. So again, the code is a good, oh, wait a minute, it's not what I wanted to do. Hold on. I wanted to put, what I do personally, let's get down here, when it's down at the very bottom, I put priority for Qi, the C, because sometimes it is just literally at the bottom, and for that reason, because it's not a priority. No, not a priority. This hungry thing.
That could mean a lot of things.
It sure could. Yeah, there's a long list of them, but also, I sent this to someone last night who has been ill and not eating. And when I talked with her later, she said, I really ate tonight. Whether it was a factor, you don't know. But it was interesting. Okay, we'll take that one. I've been personally doing 3 of these at the bottom. So let's, so far we've had 1. Sense of lack. Nope, won't need that one. I think this is the one, the lady with the hip stress. This was the big one for her. Avoid confrontation and prefer to repress my fears.
Yeah, hip is about not stepping up when you have something that either you will say or do or be.
Yep.
It's when you're not facing what you need to be facing.
Yep. So as a group, that's not a priority for us, but yeah, that is intense nervous period. And we already, I think, know that when you have a lot of stress, very often something happens with the mouth. I'm sure that's what happened with me. Let's see.
Your body probably went into shock, Cathy.
Yeah, you know, that mouth thing though, with the boils, that's the last thing I would have expected. So it looks like I'm going to test this digestive system here. And again, no, we're good. So we pretty much only wanted the one for the yang end of it. And then, but we have some interesting gongs and shins also. Stuck with what I have to say. And just get some information on the negativity. And if there's a high negativity, yeah, that's significant. Let's put it in the Gong. Don't know how to communicate.
Is that list back on the BSA?
You know, I was going to hold off because I thought I had to clean it up still, but then I'm remembering last night I was looking to make sure everything had a code, and actually I think it does now, so I'm going to go ahead and send it.
Cool.
Don't know how to communicate. And again, with awareness, that's not as high. It probably doesn't hurt to put it in there, but it's not a major. Sadness from everyday reality. I think what I was initially thinking, there may ultimately be codes for this, but we can all look for that on our own, because a lot of times that's what they do. They add them as we request. But I had asked a couple of times for this one, no code. It's not too bad. Keeping in mind nothing is good or bad. Feel invaded from all sides. So you notice, as we go, a lot of this has nothing to do with hygiene. You got your people doing all the right things, and this is still happening, and this could be the reason. Hungry for freedom. And you obviously can put them all in if you choose. I like to get the ones 70 or higher. Hungry for spirituality. Okay, look at that. Inner struggle regarding listening to my own inner voice. While that's going, let's just look and see if they have added that at this point. Nope, they still haven't added that one.
Cathy, have a good day.
What's that?
You know, it's all over, right? Oh, no, I thought it was over.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Hopefully we don't have that tight time limit. I don't want to take a lot of your time, but
no, that's all right. I mean, like, I
saw
something come up there. I thought it was.
Oh, no. Okay, that's not bad for us. Want to flee reality. We want Scotty to beam us up.
Do I have this list?
I'm going to go ahead. As I'm doing it, I'm thinking, well, maybe I got it more complete than I realized. So I'll send it to Joanna right after this.
Yeah, please.
And then it'll be in that back office. So yeah, this is a lot of stress related to that. Let's just go ahead and work on that. Fear of contradicting others. A little guy. Many things in my life disgust me. Look at that.
Wow.
So as you do this, you could again, let's look at the yes therapy because that's a high one. Let's see, first of all right, now we've gone through one scan of this and we cleared that. Look at that. Wrong decisions based on lies. One little scan is all it took. Now let's go ahead and let's say, how about we clear that? Now this coded tongue, I thought there would have been a code for, and there is not yet. Everyday life is stifling my joy. Yeah, with this encyclopedia, if you don't have a code, it's powerful to just make a list and check them. Feel invaded from all sides.
Yeah, I want to get that.
Yeah, I'm probably in trouble because with it, when you order the hardback, they send their catalog. I'm like, oh no, I want so many of these books.
And you said it's located on
Scribed.com, that's the best investment I have ever made. $8.99 a month, and almost any book is in there.
Oh, that's an idea, yeah.
Yeah, even in the bookstore, I'll check in my phone on Scribe to see, and almost always, even when I'm bound and determined to support the brick and mortar, and buy a book after book is in Scribe. Now look at that one, and this is interesting. No motivation for new products or projects. And we do, and maybe that's the stagnation. Chewing the inside of the cheek. And again, that means usually something needs to be released, like a lie or something like that, which then I put, that's what it is, trying to get rid of something I am ashamed of. I lower it.
Boy, I'm learning more and more how to use this.
I'm telling you this, like I know I reuse this phrase, but it's because that's what Dr. Kersey said, and he is such a genius. But when he looked at the SRC, he said, this is a platform for anything you want to do. That's how we end up with all these cocktails. You can read a book or get an image and make a protocol. And I don't know any other software we can do that with. Now, and then Shin, we had a couple of Shins. Change attitude about self and others. Douse that in. That's when you start realizing we're all one, and we're fighting each other, which is not a necessity. Recover complete freedom by saying what I have to say.
I like that.
A lot of people are totally suppressed on this, with fear that they're going to get in trouble. So we'll amp that up. And look, that's a chronic stress also, right there.
Yeah.
See if a Shin.
So Kathy, Joyce's daughter, where she works, a young gal just got married. She was 38, just like a week ago. Took the shot and she died 2 days later.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, she said it's really weird. And I came home
Oh.
last night to an ambulance in our parking lot. I don't know what happened to the gal below me. She's young. She's like 22.
Wow.
Boy, that's
Well,
scary.
I'll send this. You can get this code also. I actually got this from Annie, this email that had this graphic, and I don't know that it would hurt for us all to run this in some form. If you don't have the Pro Tools, just run it in the P4. But we've got to come together on this. They are not, I know that they are not telling the truth about all this.
No way. Absolutely not.
And they're doing so many things to try and encourage people. I mean, free
Unbelievable.
donuts, and somebody in New York, somebody high up in the government in New York was doing a commercial yesterday, eating French fries and a hamburger, and saying, "This is so good. This is so good. Just like the vaccine. It's so good."
Oh my gosh!
I'm like, really? I mean, this grown man was doing this on TV, eating a hamburger and French fries and comparing it to the vaccine. It was obscene.
It is obscene, and I think that people are waking up.
Oh, you do? I'm not witnessing any of the people that you would hope to. I'm not witnessing it yet.
I know, me either.
I'm seeing people, and in fact, I'm seeing people that don't want to succumbing to the hive mind because they're in a family system where everybody around them that they love, believe they love, and they're has done it, and so they're considering doing it just because of that.
Right.
You know, I had a long term. This lady weekly has gotten a session now. It's been 8 years, and she is very strongly considering the vaccine, in spite of the fact that she's one of the ones that sent me outstanding information on why not to, and she said because she wants to travel. And I said, at what cost?
Wow.
Exactly.
I mean, the best question to ask is, would you give it to your baby?
Oh,
and they usually will say no, and it's like, okay, so you're not going to give it to your baby, but you'd give it to yourself? Because
we are caught up in the world of matter. Can we travel? That's a big one for people. But what's happening, if we can, I think, hold in our mind's eye that people begin to wake up. Annie, who was that died? It wasn't Joyce's daughter.
It was it's a gal that works at Joyce's daughter's office.
Wow. Oh, that's
like a beautiful life, and literally 2 days later. And she said it's just so eerie now. Like it's just weird to know that she's dead.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
And of the 3 vaccine companies, Moderna is the one with the least amount of ingredients, but it's also the one that is putting out the pamphlet, full disclosure.
Well,
I was forced to take it, so I...
Right. And there's always a solution. And but if you look, more and more are referring to this as satanic. You didn't used to hear that. That was, you talk about a taboo. Nobody would say that word. They're saying it now.
Right.
So here's our statement. I don't know why he puts it this way, but this is the way. I accept to take in everything that is necessary for my physical, because this is another thing with the mouth. It takes in our air, our food, our water. So I accept to take in everything that is necessary for my physical, water, food, air, emotional and sensory excitation, desires, tastes, appetites, needs, existence.
Existence, TENCE.
What's that?
Existence has a typo.
Oh, does it? That's me. Let me look in
here. It should be TENCE.
Exists, TENC. Okay, thank you.
I'm such an eagle.
No, we need to have an editor. I was just doing that to see if you all caught it. Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I think the group is a step ahead anyway, So.
Have you guys marked your calendar for the 23rd for when Ralph is going to be in St. Pete?
Yep. Definitely, yeah.
Might have to be virtual, but anyway.
Yeah, I think the virtual will be fine. And by the way, that's something I need to do and I haven't done. We need to have each other's emails.
Yeah.
I just forgot all about it. Let me get on that today. So you see, this is interesting when we wanted the Wonder Click, and our added theme is placking. That's what they're. Look at that stress related to fluids, so it would definitely help with mouth health to be getting plenty of water. Yeah, it seems like that energy up there in Virginia, people are working on it to clear it.
Oh yeah, I guess they got to clear it now because it was a gas line.
Yeah.
They got it all cleared up now, so gas stations are reopened again.
It doesn't hurt when something about the nervous system pops up to go in, and we're just taking a minute though. That looks pretty good. We'll ask again in case it's just calibrating. Adrenals. Yeah, each of us brings our own energy in, and it does affect the collective. Even one person. I need to get in the habit of forgetting or not starting the Qigong so soon. But I forgot it so many times. Interesting, the emotion, the doldrums. That would be from having a stagnant life, possibly.
Yeah.
Gives you a little idea of where that stress goes. Funny words to ponder. The problem with sex in the movies is the popcorn usually spills.
Oh, I like those.
I know it. These words to ponder are compliments array. I love them.
Oh, that's really good.
Let's instead of putting shame, put stress related to shame, because sometimes you got to have some shame. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
If you've done something that has hurt another, it might not be normal to not have a shape. Could be curative. I don't know if that makes any sense or not.
It's true.
Yeah.
And then we want to clear it. We don't want to live with it. But only the psychopath feels no shame.
Do psychopaths have souls?
Pardon?
Do psychopaths have souls?
I don't know about that, but I think we all personally have a soul, but it looks almost like a frontal lobe thing. Anybody know anything about that?
No.
No.
Oh.
So it looks like we are all set.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thanks, Cathy.
You guys have a wonderful weekend, and I'll
Hey,
be
Kath.
happy.
You too,
Yeah,
Cathy.
Kathy. Yeah,
Yeah.
you too, Kathy.
You said you
Okay.
were going to talk about that oxygen essential.
Oh, let me run get that. Hold on 1 second. This little bottle, a friend gave me this, and I am blown away. It is called Pure, P-U-R, and then a large O3, which is oxygen. It's oxygenated olive oil.
I've got that.
Yeah, this is wonderful stuff. In my case, my gums were bleeding. This totally has taken that away. Oh, Skin Rescue Salve. It's also for the skin, but for the gums, this is where she got it, was from her dentist, and it had created a miracle for her. So she gave me a bottle, and I'm blown away.
Cool.
Oh,
All right, that's it.
nice.
All right. Thanks again, Kathy. You have a wonderful weekend,
Yeah,
Yeah,
everybody.
thanks, Cathy.
This concludes the SRC4u group Zoom call for May 14th, 2021. We look forward to seeing you again. Till then, take care and be well.